couple games. Just what can you say about the overall experience out there with your Canadian guys?
Yeah, it was great. Awesome experience. Really everything. The hockey, just the setup there, being able to experience the Olympics again. It was special. So obviously, was hoping for a different outcome, but just couldn't be more proud of the team, and just the experience overall was unbelievable.
I know you didn't have a lot of time away from the ice, but what are some things that you guys were able to experience that you enjoyed, maybe watching some of the other sports?
Literally everything. We got to the speed skating live, so that was pretty cool, see the short track. But we watched a lot just on TV, obviously, with so much going on. When you get a chance to follow other stuff, it's great, and it's part of the experience. But the only sport we saw live was short track speed skating, and it was a lot of fun.
Cool. How close were you really to playing the gold medal game?
Close. Yeah, a lot closer than I thought. A day or two after, I thought that it might be. I didn't think it was necessarily going to be an option. So the fact that I even had a chance or was close to it, the staff there was unbelievable. Dr. V here was really helpful too in trying to go through that whole process. But unfortunately, it just it wasn't something I could do.
How much of an impact did the Penguin season have on you making that decision to play or not?
I'll be honest with you, all I cared about was playing that game and focusing on that. That's not any disrespect to our team or what I feel about this season or anything like that. We all put a lot of work in to try to be as successful as possible here, but given the opportunity to play, in the Olympics and in that game, I think, trying to play was all my focus was on, and obviously with talking to doctors and everybody, they were comfortable with, with me, just being honest as far as what I felt and what I could do and couldn't do, and like I said, ultimately it came down to not being able to do it.
So when you guys were talking about whether or not you might play, was there ever a discussion of maybe you just playing the power play, just nothing like that? When Mario had his issues, we used to say that a lot around here. I just wonder.
Yeah, that wasn't really part of it. I mean, you can either play or you can't, and just with I think all the different things that go into it. You don't know how many power plays you're going to get. You don't know how that's going to look, and if you can't go out there and do a job and be relied upon, with the team and the guy next to you, then you can't force it, and that's really what it came down to.
When did you find out the severity of the injury, Sid, and are you surprised that it's going to keep you out for so long?
I found out the night of the game I got hurt, so as far as the timeline, I think you just trying to wrap your head around each day and trying to give yourself a chance to play, and we win the semis, so it gave me another day or two to try to get back in there. But with these, it's different timelines for everybody, but I don't know if I was surprised. I didn't really know what to expect. I hadn't really had this specific injury before.
So a lot of kids are begging their parents to play hockey after watching you guys in the Olympics, and now they're going to get to go out there for the Penguins today. Just what does that mean to you? What sort of pride do you take in being able to help kids with that dream and get started in it? Yeah,
it's great. It's something that I've been fortunate to be a part of for a while, and we kind of talked about it and came up with that idea with help from a lot of different people. It's kind of what you envision, it's just having that opportunity for kids to play and introduce them to hockey and have everyone be involved the way they have has been amazing. So I think, to see it, take the steps that it has and see the registration for it be high and, everyone be excited about it. That's why we did it. And it's cool to see that it's still going all these years later.
So during the quarter,
So a number of players came out of this tournament injuring yourself, Kevin Fiala, Nikhil Anthony, etc. There's always debate, even before the injuries. Is it worth putting players at risk for any kind of benefit? Do you feel the benefit outweigh those risks?
I mean, I'm not going to... It's the Olympics, and, it's an amazing experience, just, as an athlete, not just a hockey player. I think if you want to look at it just from the hockey perspective, I think it's incredible. You know, just the product on the ice. I think the way that, you know, fans see the games and just how competitive it is and how it brings everyone together, I think it's pretty amazing. Obviously, injuries are part of the game, and they come with that, especially at that level with the speed and the intensity and physicality of the games. But yeah, I think it's great that guys have the opportunity to go and showcase, you know, and have that opportunity.
During the
do you
quarterfinal game, I think some of the guys in the locker room, you know, that message was, don't let this be Sid's last game in the Olympics. Obviously, you guys live to see another day there, but did that cross your mind at all, that this might be, you know, the last games you play in, or are you not thinking that far ahead just yet?
Yeah, I try not to think that far ahead. My mind was just on trying to play, and you can't let that creep into your head. I think, you know, when you're trying to overcome something, or, you know, you have, you know, something that's challenging, I think the worst thing you can do is think about worst case scenarios. So, yeah, I was just trying to be positive and try to focus on playing and find a way to overcome that. And unfortunately, it didn't happen. But yeah, it's still a long ways away. But that wasn't really something I tried to think about too much.
Sid,
How
what
do
are
you
your
feel
thoughts
right
on
now?
what this
How do
team
you
can do
feel
the
right
rest
now?
of the way? What are your thoughts on what this team can do now without you?
I'm confident. I think we've shown all year we've had injuries, and, you know, guys have stepped up, and, you know, to get to where, you know, we're at this point, I think it's because of our team play. You know, I don't think it's been any one person. I think it's, you know, because of, you know, collectively as a group, we found different ways to win, and different guys have stepped up. So as long as we, you know, continue that, you know, and understand that, then I think we give ourselves a good chance. But it's going to be an important stretch here next little bit. I mean, a lot of teams are, you know, trying to get points and in similar positions. So, but yeah, I think just really confident as far as that's concerned.
How much do you want to play in the Stanley Cup playoffs again? Because that's also been a second now.
Yeah, I mean, that's why we play. Obviously, the Olympics is a great opportunity and an experience, but I think you shift your focus to exactly what you said and playing in the playoffs, and it's so special and so fun to be in those big games and play for that. So yeah, that's where my mind's at.
How do you feel right now?
Feel good. I mean, obviously, I want to be back out there as soon as possible. So just have to figure out, you know, what that looks like, how long it's going to be, and, you know, find a way to make sure that I'm at my best when I come back.
So do you have liberty to identify the nature of your injury at all?
I probably could, but probably won't. Yeah.
Did you hear from Gudas at all after the injury?
I didn't know. I mean, I don't have a problem with the play. I think, you know, he was trying to be physical and step up and, you know, play hard as any defenseman would, and it just, you know, went the wrong way as far as, you know, on my end of it. But I don't think he should feel the need to reach out or anything like that. It's hockey, and that stuff happens, and unfortunately, it's, you know, it's one of those things.